Hi, I'm Lucy Wiegersma. I'm one of the country's leading event riders and producers of young horses. So here I'm going to look at cross-country nerves, pre-cross-country nerves, and how we deal with them. I think everyone must have suffered from pre-performance nerves at some point or other, and I think particularly before the cross-country. And I think it's more about learning what works for you, but these are things that work for me. I find I have to really regulate when and where I think about my cross-country round. Otherwise my brain just runs riot with all sorts of incidents and things happening on the course. So I only allow myself to think about the cross-country when I'm walking the course, when I'm talking through it with a trainer, and when I'm visualising it. For me, visualisation takes place either as I'm just about to go to sleep the night before the cross-country, or just before I get on when I'm on the loo. That is a great place to visualise because you don't have any distractions. Outside of that point, any thinking about the cross-country is strictly off limits. When you're visualising, for me, it usually takes the format of watching myself, but equally some people do it by imagining they're riding it and actually seeing it through their eyes as they're riding it. I try and rehearse jumping each fence, the approach, the actual jump, and the departure, and make sure that it's a positive visualisation rather than a negative one. There's no point rehearsing failure. In order to stop myself thinking about the cross-country course at times when it's off limits, I use all sorts of distraction techniques. Reading a book works sometimes. I find a great one for me is playing games on the iPad. Candy Crush is fantastic. But I think the main thing for me is sleeping, and I think particularly in the few hours before I go cross-country at a big event, I will very often just get into my cross-country clothes, not into my riding boots and body protector, but into my breeches, and just go and crash out in the lorry. I'm very fortunate, I can sleep anywhere, and then I'll literally wake up 10 minutes before I need to get on, put on the rest of my clothes and go and get on the horse.